Reaching another milestone, passing Wilt Chamberlain as the Warriors' all-time scorer, passing Wilt's previous mark of 17,783 points with a second quarter drive against the Nuggets. He finished with 53 on the night. Take a look at the journey of both players and their record-setting scoring numbers. We'll get that graphic for you. Steph dominant in a three-point shooting, while Wilt was dominant, of course, in scoring average. Stephen A., kind of a tough question here for you, but who do you think will have a bigger impact on the game when it's all said and done? Is it Steph or Wilt?
To me, believe it or not, I think it's going to be Steph Curry. I think Wilt Chamberlain already had his impact. There were 5 rules changes that took place with Wilt Chamberlain. I wrote them down. I have them in front of me. Offensive goaltending, defensive goaltending, size of the lane, the paint area, free throw shooting, and inbounding the ball. And some people would ask the question, just to give an education, what do you mean free throw shooting? Well, Wilt Chamberlain, being about 7'1", understand what Wilt Chamberlain would do. Wilt Chamberlain, in order to shoot a free throw, would leap from the free throw line and dunk the ball before his foot ever touched the lane. So because of that, they had to make it so you couldn't extend beyond the free throw line under any circumstances until the ball actually touched the rim. That's how that rule was changed. To see guys shoot free throws now, Wilt Chamberlain wouldn't shoot free throws. He would just leap from the free throw line and dunk it from there. And they had to change that rule. So we recognize the impact, but what people may not recognize as it pertains to widening the lane and things of that nature, there were rules that actually took place in terms of rules changes when George Mikan was playing in the early 1950s. So Wilt Chamberlain, even though rules were changed because of him, his size, his length, his dominance because of it, there were rules changes for George Mikan that were instituted because of George Mikan as well. So the size factor played the role. With Steph Curry, that's not the issue. With Steph Curry, it's simply the fact that he's a marksman. I'm going to say what I've said on many occasions. Steph Curry is the greatest shooter God ever created. Period. There has never been a shooter in the history of the sport created by James Naismith that has been better than Steph Curry. And I don't give a damn what anybody says. You have better set, and listen to what I'm saying here. You have better set shooters, better spot-up shooters, okay? You have somebody that could shoot better from a contested point of view at times. No one can do it all from long range the way Steph Curry does. Left side, right side, top of the key, 10, 20, 30, 40, sometimes 50 feet away from the basket. Off the dribble, standing still, jumping a little bit, set shot, contested, uncontested. It doesn't matter. This dude is the all-time greatest sniper, and he's transformed the game in such a way where you look at, remember, before Michael Jordan, there was Dr. J. Julius Erving. Before him, it was Connie Hawkins, the David Thompsons of the world. People like that. It was Vince Carter and Kobe and others thereafter. But when you look at Jordan and what he had taken the game to, you had people thinking that the key to success with your athleticism, coupled with some decent size, 6'4", 6'5", 6'6", etc. In the case of Steph Curry, 6'3" guard, 170 plus pounds, pulling up from the parking lot. That's who this dude is. And when you look at that and the fact that it's got people now in the park shooting jump shots all the time, you don't have to be 7'1". You could be 6'1". You could be 6'2", 6'3". And as long as you got marksmanship, you can dream of being Steph Curry. It's special.
Is very special. And Stephen A., I'm going to tell you the definition of what you just said. He defines the name generational talent, okay? Because that's exactly what he is. And look, I know the Warriors fans, they give me a lot of hate. They give me a lot of nonsense on a day-to-day basis, say that I'm a Steph Curry fan. Well, they're going to love me today because guess what? When it's all said and done, when Steph Curry retired, somebody on this top 10 all-time great list is going to have to move out the way because when this brother retires, he's going to be a top 10 player of all time. Steph Curry changed the game. Yes, we already know he's the greatest shooter of all time, but we don't give him enough credit for just being one of the greatest scorers of all time. The way that he's able to finish in the paint without having that elite athleticism or a little bit of athleticism at all, finishing with nice floaters below the basket, up and unders, having the jelly, the sauce is what they call it. I mean, this guy is phenomenal to watch. I call him the light-skinned brother with the green eyes because, as a dark-skinned brother growing up, we all wanted to be light-skinned and have the green eyes because, hey, he was attracted to more women. But this kid is special. He's going to be top 10 greatest of all time.
Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.